Good afternoon. I'm not mic'd up, so I'm going to have to stand behind the lectern here. But warm welcome to you this afternoon. When the organisers of ADFW asked us to host this private credit event as part of their big week, we're extremely honoured. So I just want to take this opportunity to say a huge thank you to ADGM, ADFW for that. So private credit, I think we can all agree that never has private credit gotten quite so much attention as it has now. Scarcely a day goes by that we don't read something about it in the press, whether this be concerns expressed by commercial bank leaders. Yes, I think we've all heard that cockroach analogy. Whether it be regulators, central banks, financial stability authorities, all saying that private credit needs closer monitoring and maybe some stage in the future greater regulation. Or perhaps it's the clamour by many sideline commentators proclaiming that private credit is the next awful thing that's going to cause and bring about financial Armageddon. Of course, success always comes at some price, but investors have committed growing capital into private credit funds over a very long period now, and they're seeing good results from that in the returns from their investments. So the AUM of the private credit industry scarcely 15 years ago might have been about 100 billion, and we think it's now over $3.5 trillion of assets under management. And allocator surveys continue to show that investors are showing still commitment to allocate further to this sector. And I don't know whether any of you yesterday were in the main auditorium when the CEO of Temasek said that at this conference that private credit could very well be the best performing asset class in 2026 on a risk-adjusted basis. So it's definitely still got its supporters. But of course, growth is always going to capture attention, and hence the heightened scrutiny that we've been reading about. But is some of this negative conjecture in the media particularly merely just a misunderstanding of the market and the risks that are embedded in it? And while not immune to economic and credit cycles, we strongly believe that the private credit industry to be very resilient in the face of these concerns. And we do recognize that detailed information has not always been readily available in some sectors of the private credit market. And that's why we at AIMA and the Alternative Credit Council, our affiliation, have been conducting our own research over the past 10 years. And shortly, my colleague Erie Kroll is going to take you through our latest findings of the publication that we released just today. Throughout the afternoon, we've got 6 panels for those of you who can stay for all of them, with highly respected leaders in the private credit industry. Give you a flavor of these. We're going to examine the risk to financial stability, the ongoing value of private credit versus the more liquid public credit markets, the opportunities beyond just direct corporate lending that's going to include infrastructure and asset-based lending, the growing involvement of the wealth management and retail channels, where AI fits in, and then finally we'll be looking in the final session of the day, the blurring of that line that has always existed between private credit and the broadly syndicated loan market. So, lots to get through. I hope you enjoy it. Never, in my view, has there been a more important time to get some level-headed discussions going and answers on what is really going on in this sector, especially with all the noise that is currently surrounding it. So with that, enjoy the afternoon and thank you.